Welcome to my $100,000 stock experiment, Sell Rules, week number 24. I'm sharing my stock journey as I practice and develop my sell rules. This isn't an endorsement to purchase any stocks that I bought, nor is it an endorsement to purchase stocks in general. The focus is on my sell rules. This needs daily attention and is not a buy and hold strategy. My basic premise is that I started on April 13, 2018. I had $100,000 to invest, and my goal is to double my money in 1 year. I'm doing this in my Roth rollover account, and I did have some free trades, so I am not taking into consideration any trading fees or any tax consequences because I don't have any of these since it's in my Roth with free trades. My sell rules. I try and hold a stock for a minimum of 4 to 6 weeks, unless that stock falls 7 to 8% below my purchase price. And if the market's performing well, but I have stocks that are not doing anything, that are just flat, it's okay to sell those too. Every time I purchase a stock, I put that trigger at 8%, so it gives me an alert if my stock falls below that. Once I have gained at least 10% on a stock, I go ahead and change that to the 20-day exponential moving average. At 8 weeks, I check in to see if a stock has gained 8% or not. If it has, then I go ahead and hold, and if it has not, then I sell that stock. And then lastly, I keep an eye on the stocks that I've sold to look for any repurchase opportunities. Last week, I identified ATTU, Attunity, as a stock that I needed to sell. And I did go ahead and sell that on 9/17 for $18.70. I made a gain of $246 or 2.5% in 5.6 weeks. I want to review stock reading, how to read a chart, and then also some annotations that I make on the chart myself. Most charts that you'll encounter, no matter what program you use, are going to have some of these features. So the first one is the date up in the left-hand corner. That isn't necessarily the current date. That corresponds to the date of where you're hovering over your chart. So in this case, you can see the black dot in the circle and also the black dot where that purple arrow is pointing to down in the volume section. So that's the point in time that's being reflected up on that top left-hand side, and it's showing you the date that you're hovering over. It's showing the open price, the high, the low, and the close. And then over to the right, if you continue, it's showing you the corresponding simple moving average. The 50-day is in the red, and the 10-day is in the green. The 25-day is in the purple, and the 20-day exponential moving average is in the blue. Now, the simple moving average and the exponential moving average are a little bit different in that the simple moving average is the sum of the prices divided by the number of days that you summed. And then the exponential moving average, again, is an average, but it puts a little more weight on the more recent activity. There's no magic formula on looking at the 10 and 25-day and 50-day simple moving average. These are simply something to let you compare your stock to. How well is the stock performing? The dark blue down at the bottom is the S&P 500. So this stock is performing better than the S&P 500, and it's above its 50-day moving average, but right on the 10-day simple moving average and the 20-day exponential moving average, and it's below the 25-day, the pink one. Down at the bottom, it tells you that we're looking at a 6-month chart. I'm typically showing 3-month charts in my series here, but I don't know why I have this screenshot with the 6-month, but it doesn't matter as long as you know what time period you're looking at. And then over on the right hand side, it's showing you the exact dates that it's giving you from. And if you want to change those dates and you want to look at a 90-day chart, you can do that by just entering those dates. On the right-hand side, the it's showing the dollar amounts, and the colors are corresponding to the colors up along the top. So the pink one, the 1937, is corresponding to the pink 25-day simple moving average. On the right-hand side, it also shows you the percentage gain. I like seeing the percentage gain because it gives me an even playing field. Some stocks I pay $10 for, and some stocks I pay $100 for. But if I'm always buying the same amount of stock, if I buy $10,000 worth of stock, regardless of what the price I paid for each share, if the stock goes up 10%, I've made $1,000. So the actual share price isn't as relevant to me as the actual percentage gain. I've also added some annotations of my own to the chart. You won't see these in other programs unless you add these yourself. So the dash green line and the intersection of that orange box is showing you the purchase price and the purchase date of when I bought the stock. The yellow line is showing you where I put my limit, my 8% loss limit, where I get a text if the stock drops below that. And the red dash and intersection of that orange box is showing you the sell price and date. I wanted to just show you on a 1 month chart why I chose to sell ATTU. So the light blue line, as we've already discussed, is the 20-day exponential moving average. And this stock had closed below that for, it looks like almost a couple weeks now that it was not going above that. So I took my gain and I'm happy making 2.5% in 5.6 weeks. It's better than zero. I also sold Tandem this week, which I wasn't very happy about, but my sell rule was if it dropped below its 20-day exponential moving average, I was supposed to sell it on the following day, which I did. So I have a bunch of cash on hand and I need to get some more stocks. At the end of week 23, I had 51,906 cash on hand in my account, and I only owned 5 stocks. Then I sold ATTU for just over 10,000, and then I sold Tandem for 49,000. So now I'm buying a bunch of stocks. I did another series that goes into details on how I'm selecting the stocks that I've buying. So here's a summary of what I bought and the prices that I paid for it. So I bought Champions Oncology on 9/17 for $11.65. And this stock I thought had tandem-like characteristics. So I am tracking it to see if stocks that have tandem-like characteristics perform better than stocks that have other characteristics that I'm selecting stocks by. You'll see, and you can watch my series on buying stocks if you want to see more details. I also bought EVO Payments on 9/17 for $26.80, and it was in my grouping of 1-year IPOs, and it has gone down since I bought it, you can see. I bought LifeVantage Corp on 9/17 and took a big loss 2 days later. So I bought it and sold it. It's not in my portfolio anymore. And I think it's probably one of my biggest losers in the shortest amount of time. So I lost $1,427 in 3 days. I also purchased Resolute Forest Products. It has tandem-like characteristics and it fell after I bought it, so hopefully it comes back up. I bought it on 9/18 for $14.85. SailPoint Technologies is was from the 1-year IPO list, and I purchased that at $31.55 on September 18th. And it is above my purchase price, so this one hopefully will take off. Bandwidth, I purchased on 9/19 for $53.75. Funko, I decided I needed Funko back, and I bought it, and it's gone down since then. It's I think I don't have my yellow line, but I think it's even below my yellow line, so I'll have to examine this one next week. I purchased Massimo Corp on 9/19 for 121.75. It was on the 1-year IPO list, and it's slightly above my purchase price. Stitch Fix, I bought it and it tanked. I haven't sold it, but it is below that yellow line. And I couldn't live without Tandem, so I rebought Tandem for 75 cents more than what I sold it for. I rebought it on 9/19 at $40.50, and it has increased in price since I purchased it for the second time. And the last stock that I bought was Target Corp, and it was in a tight area that I identified in my buying series. I bought it for $87.58. So here's a summary of the stocks that I purchased this week, including the LifeVantage one that I did sell. It has the purchase price, the purchase date, the shares, and what I needed to put my cut loss yellow line and text alert set at. So here's my holding bar chart for the stocks that I've held for more than 1 week. I have 3 of them. NSP in the yellow, that one has gone down. This week it fell 3.8%. You can see down at the bottom I added that other weekly holdings change. So hopefully that will pop back this week. Omnicell also went down slightly, but nothing to cause alert over this at this point. And PetQ went up 1% this week. And here's my holding bar chart for the stocks that I've held for 1 week. The big winners here are CSBR and Tandem, and Sale is also up over 4%. Stitch Fix, you can see I should be selling that. It is below my 8% loss. And Funko is right on the border along with RFP. So here's the current gains. This is the dollar amount of my current gain and loss. So Stitch Fix, I've lost $1,541 in a week. Not so happy about that. And RFP and Funko are also losers along with EVOP and Band. So, and Target's down $31. So we will see where these stocks are. And you can see I have more than 10 stocks because Tandem, I sold it for a profit and was able to purchase more stocks. And I want to keep them at that $10,000 because it makes it easy to compare and talk to their gains. I feel like I took a bit of beating in the market this week, and it's definitely reflected on my benchmark chart. I could have taken off the last 4 weeks, sat out the market, and I would be slightly ahead of where I am now. So it's still a great gain, 46% in 24 weeks, nothing to complain about. And I'm very persistent, so I'll just keep plugging ahead and hopefully get back to record territory and make it to my $100,000 gain in a year. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for my next episode, or better yet, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell so you get alerts when I post a new episode.